Hey Southlake, what is going on today? Surrounding cities, I'm not going to neglect you either. Trophy Club, Grapevine, HEB, Keller, how you all doing? I wanted to come to you all today to talk about a disease that has really ripped hope out of our patients' hands. And it's been really empowering to watch the journey of a few of our patients as they actually move through the state of healing. And this disease is referred to as POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Now, those are a lot of complex words that simply mean if you go from laying flat to sitting up to standing, your heart rate and your blood pressure system should be able to regulate all of those positional changes. However, in this select population of people, it actually goes higher heart rate, and then when they stand up, they feel super dizzy because their blood pressure is trying to pump blood to your brain to maintain its function. However, your heart rate is pumping so fast that you can't sustain that pressure and you get these dizzy spells. And so what happens is that typically we have some type of trauma in our life. I would say give it about 10 years to affect the heart. And periodically throughout that time frame of the 10 years, you might have some flutters. You might have some instances in which your heart has a little bit of racing going on while you're just sitting down normally. And you might think to yourself, man, that's totally normal. And then all of a sudden one day, the wheels are going to fall off. Your heart rate is going to go through the roof, and you're going to be sitting there wondering how you even arrived in this position. Like most people who have this disorder that takes place, you typically end up in the hospital. Your EKG will come back normal. They will probably run a CT or some type of Doppler sonogram of your heart, and they'll tell you that that's normal also. And if you haven't had any type of issues with your heart, let's say like an SA node deficiency, in which you would have probably already known about this since those are mostly genetic in origin, they will tell you that, take some beta blockers, will work on your blood pressure, and that's going to be your life for the rest of existence. Typically strikes mid-30s, mid-40s, and you're wondering, man, I have to take this rat poison for the rest of my life. So this is what I want to propose to you. If you look at all the research, it correlates and says that every issue surrounding POTS is a dysautonomic function. Dysautonomia is what they say. Now, breaking that down, it means that you have a dysregulation of the nerve supply to your heart. Funny enough, that nerve is called your vagus nerve. It originates at the top bone of your neck, and it's responsible for coordinating and controlling all of the stuff that goes on between your neck and your pelvis. And so what's really fascinating about this for us in the world of upper cervical specific chiropractic care is that we are able to analyze the integrity of your autonomic function using state-of-the-art technology called computerized infrared thermography. Now, most of you, if you are women and you have explored alternatives to mammograms, you will have seen something called a full breast thermography scan. Now, all that does is it's a very expensive contraption that measures the heat throughout your body to see if there's a difference in the cells that are within the tissue. Now, in our world, we are measuring heat as well, except for we're analyzing off the back of our neck. Now, with that being said, people often ask us, why do we go to the top bone? Well, everything that I just said before says it's all correlated to our vagus nerve and our autonomic function. So somebody with POTS probably had a trauma in their life that affected the top bone of their neck, causing a dysregulation of the vagus nerve that over time has caused damage to your heart. Now, I'm going to guess that it's not only your heart that's suffering. If you have heart and blood pressure issues, you typically have headaches, you have sleep problems, you might have gut issues as well, because all of these systems are intertwined because of that vagus nerve. So what we find is that when you have a dysregulation of your heat system, and we take a series of x-rays, we are able to analyze exactly where the problem is located at with regards to your top bone, how to correct that problem, and how over the course of care we can solve the dysautonomia of your system and restore normal function. Now, this process does take 4 to 6 months. It's not done overnight. But once it's corrected, you will rarely have an episode of POTS again in your life. So this is my proposal to you. If you or someone you know, someone you love, suffers from POTS and you've had to watch what they go through, I would recommend that you give us a call. Bring them in for a consultation and just let us show you how we can actually help you live your life the way you are designed to live. Gone are the days of beta blockers. Gone are the days of dizziness. Gone are the days of you suffering from this disease that can be fixed by just correcting the top bone in your neck. You all have an awesome day.